destroyed our brethren in that hole.
Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today, going to be a Patreon cast for those of you who support me on patreon.com/FalconPaladin for at least $1 a month. You get to see this 1 month before anybody else on the YouTube channel. So if you're watching this the week of February the 14th, thank you very much for supporting me. I really do appreciate it. And if you're watching this in late February or March, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. I'm here 6 times a week with Brood War content. So top left of Monty Hall, we've got a purple Protoss. It is Stork. And in the bottom right, a Zerg player from China. It's F91. Pretty excellent Zerg player. This is from IEF 2008. And this map is very, very weird. Mineral glitching to get to your own expansion. I don't know who designed this map, but it is very, very, very odd. Giant base, right? Giant main base, walled in by minerals of 48 apiece. But mineral glitching to get to his expansion, and scout is Stork. And just mining through dutifully. Here is F91. Overpool opening here. And at the top and the bottom right, we have island expansions. There's no way to reach this by ground. But it's just weird, man. You can drop stuff way, way out of sight of this base. Just, you know, dropping some lings, dropping some dragoons and zealots. Bam, base dead. And walled in by minerals. I have no idea who thought this would be a good idea. All right, so Probe says, aha, a drone, mining. Do you have, okay, so if you mine out this one, oh my god. Oh, he's trying to glitch through here. Yes. F91 must not be familiar with mineral glitching. Oh, yes he is. What the heck? Why didn't you just do this before? I guess to facilitate drone transfers? Forge expanding here. And and trying to mine out his wall. What the heck? I now know why I've never heard of this map before. Because players, I feel like, hate it. Or hated it. All right, we're gonna go ahead and turn off the reveal the entire map option here. I don't know that you need double cannons. I really don't. Like, lings aren't gonna get through here soon. I guess, I don't know. Fine, so now is it open? It's gotta be open. You don't have to mine through 2 separate mineral patches. Okay, so 1 mineral patch is enough to get lings through anyway. Stork's down here trying to glitch through to get down here too. Is this... Wait. Is this protected from ground attacks? No. This is open. So this is open to... Oh my gosh. You have to come all the way down here, though. Oh my gosh. So this is just like giant swaths of territory. So if you get down... Okay. I don't even know what to do with this map. I really don't. This is freaking me out. So... if you get through this mineral wall, you get access to what could be considered your natural. I guess you have choices of what you want your natural to be. What in the name of Ferticus McDootson is this? If you come down here, you get to go all the way down this left side. You can take this base. You keep going down this left side, you can take this base. This is not accessible through ground. This is basically an island map with the ability to gate oh my gosh, this base too, and this base. None of this is accessible through ground unless you mine through these minerals. And it leads all the way to your enemy's position. And it's mirrored over here. So same thing. You get in here, you get access to bases all the way up. And access to your enemy's base. Then I guess you have this base here, which is kind of in this middle area, which is, again, fenced in by mineral walls. So it's kind of an island map, but again, you can access an island by mining through a mineral wall. Honestly, Monty Hall. Is it the... No, it's the 3 Monty problem, right? That logic puzzle... You guys know what I'm talking about? Where, like, you're in a game show... 3-door Monty Hall problem. Oh, it is called the Monty Hall problem. So what it is you got 3 doors you can choose, and behind, what is it? Behind 2 of them are goats, and behind 1 of them is like a new car, and then you have to decide whether you want to, which door you want to go through. And the host basically tells you, okay, you've made your choice, but you can swap your choice now. And logically, apparently, if you should always swap your choice, because somehow it increases your odds of getting it correct and getting the car. I've tried to have this explained to me like 1,000 times, and it never makes any sense to me at all, because the car never changes doors. I'm sure someone's going to take the time to try to explain it to me in the comments this time too. But I don't know if I'm just dumb. I just never makes any sense to me. But that's the 3-door Monty Hall problem. So I don't know if that's relating to the style of this map at all, but... Sure, I guess. I don't know. Hydralisk Den, Spire coming in from the Zerg player. I haven't talked about much about the StarCraft here, have I? Double Gateway, Corsair production, Citadel getting leg upgrades. Yeah, 2008 wasn't too crazy. Too crazily different from the meta from 2023, right? I mean, these build orders... I mean, the build orders are weird because, once again, you have these mineral walls. And I guess maybe ultras are too fat to get through here. Maybe he's trying to go for ultras. Maybe lurkers are too fat to get through here too. You need a 3 mineral patch gap to get through. Corsair's up. And yeah, anything that flies is going to have a really good time here. Man, this reminds me, what was that map that I cast? That just had like disruption webs out everywhere. And I think it was the same thing. You had to mine through mineral walls to access your enemy. God, I don't remember what the name of that map was, but I cast like 2 or 3 games on that map, and it was crazy, crazy stuff. I need to go... I'll try to figure out what it is and put a link in the top right, because if you like weird maps, that's a good one. That is a good one. Again, I think I cast maybe 3 or 4 games on that map, and it was... You got Guardians, you got Scouts. Like, air was really good on that map. Maybe not as much good here... Because nobody's really going for it. I mean, obviously the Corsairs, that's normal stuff. But it's just Hydras. He's working on, yes, transporting for Overlord. Oh, did he cancel that? Was he going Pneumatized Carapace or was it transport? Move Overlord. I need an Overlord to move so I can see how fast you're moving, guy. Anyway, here come a bunch of Zealots. We got a Sunken to fall back to. We got a bunch of Hydras to get up there. Make them fight in range of the Sunken. There you go. There you go. Okay, so defending here quite nicely. He's F91, APM about 200 for him to about 250 for Stork. This is the weirdest map I've seen in a hot minute. Maybe not as weird as that one that had all the just permanent disruption webs everywhere. Like, that was interesting for sure. This is fun, though. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't choose this map because of how weird the map was. I didn't choose this match because of how weird the map is, but... Storm coming in, a lurker aspect on the way. Got some High Templar in production here too. Corsairs got no kills because there's been enough Hydras left around to keep these Overlords safe. Terry the Overlord. Check out Terry the Overlord merch at falconpaladin.store. You got shirts and mugs out there. I'm sure you guys know this by now. I've been talking about it for long enough. Also other Falcon Paladin branded merchandise like hoodies. 2 types of hoodies, a thinner one and a thicker one. Beanies, mugs. People seem to like the beanie for sure. Alright. So Corsair avoiding hits just by running away. That's how you do it. Are Scourge chasing you? Flee. You'll be fine. Okay. So he's gained access to the center here. But to access the enemy, he has to get through this mineral wall. Which, actually, Stork is helpfully helping him out with. Oh! That's kind of tricky. No, he's just heading back home. Maybe he was checking to see if there was a base here, and there wasn't. He was going to kill it if it was there. But no. Alright, so 3 basing it here is a Zerg player, 2 basing it is the Protoss. Everything is fine that way. DT appears stuck. Can the DT not fit through that gap and Zealots can? I guess we'll have to find out. Anyway, so Zealots have the legs. They don't have any upgrades yet for attack, but that is in production here. Alright, here we go. Sunken, sunken. Bam. 2 Sunkens and a bunch of Hydras. It's hard for Speedlots to break that. Just, it's eternally been a problem for sure. Lair up, obviously, because we've got the Spire. Just trying to deal with potential drops by leaving some Hydras here inside the main base. Beautiful storms, though. That's the corpus of 6 Hydralisks for a couple storms would be my guess. Based on the blood splatter analysis. Third base coming in here from Stork. Right. And this isn't really a base. It's just a way to easily mine through and get access to your third faster. It's a macro hatch, though. It provides the larva that you need. So I'm not sure if F91 trying to just go for Lurker Hydra. Oh, that Lurker just absolutely did nothing. Lurkers, storm up. No detection with this army for Stork, though. So Lurkers are a problem unless you can storm where you know they are, which you can if you have enough storm. But no storm there, and only 1 storm here. So not enough to kill either of those Lurkers. Got to back it out until you've got observers, which are in production now. So 97 to 87 total supply here. Stork's up, but that's okay. Tons of Hydras existing. And then busting through. How did he get over here? Did he drop? Oh, and he puts a Lurker Egg in this gap so reinforcements can't save it. That's pretty sick. Dude, this game is crazy. I think he just walked, didn't he? But how did he get through here? Is there another path? I don't know, man. I'm trying to figure out this map. Some of you have been StarCraft fans long enough that you probably remember this map from something like IEF 2008, but not so much. Not so much me. I was watching StarCraft replays back then, but I didn't know a ton about them. I didn't know Professional Brood War existed until about 08, which is to my everlasting shame. I tried to get into it as soon as I could. Pretty fun stuff, obviously. Okay, another base coming up here from F91. Got 4 bases. Stork, third base, getting replanted. Some Dragoons and Zealots defending it. How did... just coming through here? Does that give you access to this? No, it gets you up here. How did he get over to this left side section? He must have dropped. He's got to have drops. Just shuttling those Hydras over. But yeah, I mean, we don't see any signs of going for a hive here from our Zerg player, so... It's going to be Hydra, it's going to be Lings. He's got 3 Evo chambers, though, so he is trying to upgrade all of the boys, which is interesting for sure. Couple Zealots heading down this way, going to mess with this base. Handful of Hydras to defend it. Like, F9, I think he's playing this pretty well against a terrifying Protoss player who is Stork. We know Stork. We like Stork a lot. And I think F91 is kind of holding his own here. He's trying to Hydra Lurker this thing till the end of time. Love this position on these Lurkers. Oh, man. Yeah. Good engagement here. I think for the Zerg player, actually, those Zealots aren't dying to the Lurker spines as fast as I thought they would. Full retreat. Leave the Lurkers to die, I guess. Yep, Lurkers leaving them to die. Hydralisks have got upgrades of +1 Carapace. It is +1 attack here from Stork. 131 and 95 supply. Stork is macroing like the madman that he is. Everybody's forced to go through this tiny little 1 gap here. Trying to get a concave up. Yeah, there we go. Bringing in some Lings to fight. The storms are so good. Snipe. Okay, that High Templar not being controlled very well there. Does end up getting sniped out. Observer's getting sniped here too, but a deep secondary one back up there. Yeah, the Zealots, though, putting in some literal tons of work here. But F91 backing it up. I think, oh, maybe with that storm, though. Can he win this battle? God, it takes so many hits to kill a Zealot with a Hydralisk. Reinforcements are pouring in here. 1-1 upgrades on the Hydras now. Lings have 1 Carapace. Killing this Archon quickly would be nice, but he's just going to retreat. Trying to get on out of there. Yeah, Archon pulls back with reinforcements. Oh, Lurker's here. Can you swing him around and put him here? I bet you could. That'd be incredibly dangerous. I'm not sure why he's not doing that. But if he brings an Overlord up, he can get high ground vision and go through. Where is his detect? Where is his Overlord? Is this guy trying to go over and do that? He did, if that's the case. I feel like maybe this Overlord could do it, though. These Lurkers are not providing any value for you right now, F91. Bunch of Lurkers pop up right in range of Zealots, though. So they got to pull it back. This has been a pretty good back-and-forth game. I'm impressed with how F9 is playing so far. I'd love to see him get Hive Tech, but he seems to be kind of stuck in this Hydra Lurker strategy, which was kind of popular. Oh, he does have a hive. I'm a liar. He's got a hive. Of course he's got a hive. Doesn't have a defiler mound, though. Nor is he working on adrenal. Doesn't quite have the gas for it at the moment. But now he does. And defiler mound. Okay, so defiler mound coming in. Here comes this overlord. Yeah. So now you get detection up here. And yes, you kind of... Oh. Dropping. Is that in range of cannons, though? And then he drops more lurkers up. Oh, this is so good. This is so good. Oh, but there's detection available. Observers are coming in, so these lurkers actually, no, in range of the cannon. There's an observer here, though. So they can't quite take down the assimilator. I'm not sure any probes actually died there either, so that was a sick idea. But Stork was able to get on top of it pretty quickly. He's got really good map awareness. This lurker, I'm not sure what you're trying to do. Maybe you have plans. You gonna drop? Yep, gonna drop a drone, trying to expand to this top right island base, which again is a ginormous banana-shaped island. Kind of like, or maybe like a boomerang, sort of. Anyway, another lurker burrows in, gotta kill a probe. Okay, gets 3 kills before it dies. Again, not sure incredibly cost efficient here. This is so crazy. More lurkers trying to get stuff done. No. This lurker trying to get stuff done. Also, no. 133 to 102 supply. Consume coming in. F91's getting an Ultralisk Cavern too. All right. So F91, I think, is macroing pretty well. He's only got about 37 drones here. He's mined out of his main. Actually, that's not his main. That's his second base. His main isn't mined out, surprisingly, and his second base totally is. He needs more workers. He needs to get up to like 45, 55 to really hang on from this point in the game. He's not droning up because he's really worried about this attack coming in from Stork, and he definitely should be. Yeah, so Ling comes up and says, oh yes, Stork is here. Excellent. Sunken Lurker, Ling, Hydra. It's a good composition here to try to defend against this Dragoon Zealot Archon thing, but Stork just has too much stuff. Good Storm. Great Storm. Hydra doesn't really dodge that very well. Evacuate! Oh my gosh, evacuate. Can't do it. Lurkers. Trying to... No. Detection is present. This base is dead. And I think F91 is in a lot of trouble. Oh, but unloading some Lings into the mix. But saving some Storms for that very thing. Actually, reinforcements cruising in. Lurkers can get through that gap, interestingly enough, and he does save the base. More stuff coming down from Stork, though. My gosh, that High Templar casually has 13 kills before he goes down. But he does go down. 116 to 77 supply. Stork is up, but it's a lot of Hydras, which are very cheap supply, effective supply. And F9's one expanded the top right during all this chaos, too. So Zealots against the Lings, yes. Dragoons against the Lurkers, yes. This is how Stork is going to try to engage here. So this base survives. Some drones died, yes. He is trying to drone up a little bit, making a couple drones at a time. Chitinous plating getting started. Ultralisks, 4 of them at a time. We can make a couple more here, actually. Holy smokes. F91 has a bunch of cash. So when these Ultras pop, yep, he's popping out another Ultra. He can make another one and actually another one. Yes, there you go. So 6 and even 1 more as the income has been cruising in here. Yeah, Hydra Lurker. Storms are really kind of just the answer to everything here, aren't they? Yeah, so Stork trying to expand here. Tries to shut it down. F91 does not go well for him. Should have waited for the Ultras. I think that particular composition with some Ultra support might have done very, very well. The Storm drop. Okay, that was a sick Storm drop. 26 workers for F91 is not going to cut it. He needs these Ultras to be amazing. Oh, there were like 4 High Templar in that shuttle. That totally sucks. Stork knocked down to about 110 supply. They're making it up, though, by producing more Archons on High Templar and whatnot. Here comes a huge Dark Swarm Hydra army against a fairly undefended base here from Stork. I guess he's got enough High Templar to storm everything, but hey, I don't know. Cannons dying, drones or probes getting pulled up, so they don't die. Okay, good. Where are the Ultralisks? Here are some Ultras. Here are some Ultras. They've got some decent upgrades here. Chitinous plating kicks in, so now they've got the 5 armor here. Additional armor upgrades are available. As per usual, snipes and obs, but again, backup obs exist. 45 to 29 workers is not good. Not good here for F91. Yeah, no anabolic synthesis for these Ultras either. They can't close distance very well. They can get kited if they don't have the speed upgrade. All right, Dark Swarm up, and that's a cue to get out of there from Stork. For sure. So yeah, big storms coming up on these Ultras. These boys are big, though. They're not necessarily as fast as you want them to be, and they're starting to get injured. They're starting to be in shades of purple here. Yellow, red, yellow. Not exactly what you want to see on your health bars there. So Stork manages to take this left side base, top right base of F91's needs to get saturated. Ling Ultra, Defiler. Yeah, I just think this worker count for F91 is just not good enough. He needs more workers in his main base. He needs to expand here, and saturating this top right base would be sick too. I'm pretty sure Stork doesn't know it exists. He's checking here to see if there's a base. This makes a little bit more logical sense to expand here for F91, but he took the top right instead, and I think that was a sneaky play by him. Tons of Archons. If the enemy is going Ultralisks, Archons are not a bad idea. They're tanky. They do a ton of damage. Big swings against these Ultralisks. No Reavers to be seen. Reavers are usually what we will see from Protoss players in response to the big boys, but Archons do a pretty good job as well. So 150 to 108 supply. Stork at 21 minutes is 50 supply up. Not looking good for the Zerg player. Not even close to good. Observer does scout this. Ooh, Scourge Flyer right past that guy. Ultras can't get back here to save this space because they can't fit through that gap, that's for sure. So I think, is F91 just going to go? He might just go for base trade situations here. Yeah, he can't get down there to save it. So, yeah, this base is dead. Drone evacuation is pretty hot, though. Gets a ton of drones out. Consuming. I guess he's just going to... Wait, if Archons can fit through that gap, can Ultralisks fit through that gap? Maybe you didn't fit through that gap. How did you get over here? Maybe he glitched through? Maybe he got dropped. Is there a shuttle here or something? I don't know. Another attempted Ling attack. Ling Dark Swarm Ultra, very good, except again, Psionic Storm is insanely powerful. Yeah. So once again, and that's it. Our guy F91 taps out. 160 to 87 supply. He couldn't kill this space. He lost his own. He was just too far behind, and F91 taps out. Stork is our winner here in 22 minutes on, again, a very, very extremely weird map in every possible way. So weird. Such a weird map. That was a ton of fun, though. Way to go, Stork. Korean beats a Chinese player. And is this... Yeah, so he knows. He knows about this. Didn't kill a base. Lost this base. Only 36 drones. Never got 40 drones, I think. Maybe he did, but just for a little bit. And yeah, just Storm. Storm defending against a Ling Ultra Dark Swarm attack is very, very, very good. 17 kills from this High Templar. Yo! Yo, buddy. Absolutely insanely good stuff. So Stork just being Stork, methodical, slow, is making a robotic support bay. Anabolic synthesis was on the way from F91 too. But just not enough cash to hang up here. Not even 100 supply to call it a day. And expanding earlier than the Zerg player because of the probe glitch. That just kind of set Stork up to win, didn't it? Totally did. Great stuff. Like, really, really good stuff. 148,000 points there from Stork, 126 from F91, outproducing the Protoss player by about a 2-to-1 ratio. Kill-death ratio, about that, but a little bit more, obviously. Lings play a big part of that, as they always do. And then just getting outspent, yeah, just more workers for Stork and more bases earlier, kind of, at least at the beginning. Yeah, so getting outspent by a Zerg player, a Protoss player as a Zerg, in a 20-minute game is just not gonna work. Not gonna work. But hey, end of the day, that was a fun map. Very, very weird ZVP, which I always appreciate. I appreciate weird games because they kind of break up what can be kind of monotonous. Like sometimes if you cast or watch a couple games like 3 or 4 games in a row where it's just kind of the same thing. This breaks it up, right? Yes, it does. Awesome. All right, so that's going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered and a Patreon cast. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.